Hey, YouTube! Actually, you know what? That introduction is so weird. Like, YouTube is the media platform that we're posting our videos on, so why would you ever greet the viewer by speaking to the media platform as if it were a person? Whatever. Hello, people. I'm Loveless, and today is the first day of fall, so I wanted to do something. So I'm gonna update my Madolche deck for you all today. As you can see, I've got my Slifer mat out because it's got reds and oranges and yellows and stuff in there. So yeah, let's get into it. You'll see like the influence of the recent Megatins because yeah, still playing the pure build, still not really all that competitive, although it's been made a little bit more competitive by the additions that I've made. Yeah, I mean, feel free to call me a filthy casual scrub. Anyway, I'm still playing the one Puddingcess because I think it's a really underrated card. I mean, whether it's you attacking or your opponent attacking her, after it's over with, after the battle's done, you can destroy a card in the field. So I think that's really cool. Also, this is a person I know. It's like her spiritual incarnation, so gotta play it. Then we have 3 Madolche Angeli. Wow, there's tons of glare. I'm gonna try and not have that work. I mean, this is like the most hollow-fied deck I own. Oh, you hear that? Allergies or sickness or whatever the hell September brings. Anyway, yeah, Angeli, great card, probably the best card in the deck. You summon it, you tribute it, you special summon a Madolche monster from the deck, typically Hootcake. The monster can't be destroyed by battle, and it goes to the graveyard, your graveyard, obviously, at the end of your next turn. But it probably won't last that long, because typically you'll be Xyz summoning with it. 3 Angeline, like I say every time, if an archetype gives you a searcher, you need to play 3 of it. Really good card. 2 Madolche Hootcake, don't play 3, it's stupid, it clogs like hell at 3. So you special summon this with Angeli, then you banish the Angeli with its effect to get out a Mess Angelato, and then you search for a Madolche Spell Trap. Also, with this, don't play 3, clogs like hell, you don't want to draw it ever, it sucks. Just like coughing. I have been so sick the last 2 days. 2 Madolche Mew Fey, Catwaffle, Pink Kitty, Pokemon's Mew, who knows what the hell the pronunciation for this crazy cat is, but 2 of these, your Marauding Captain, typically you're going to want to special summon an Angeli, but I mean, there's so much versatility with this card, but you don't want to play 3 of it because it would be crazy. So 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, obviously you're like, oh look, he's using Tim promos because that's all he's got. Well, pretty much, but Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, oh god, I love this card so much. I'm so glad I got a reprint. So yeah, this isn't Psychic Madolche, but I love Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit's effect. Being able to negate things from the hand is always good. But excuse me. Not playing like Effect Railer or any of that, but yeah, I think it works well with the deck because it's sort of like I like playing cards that God, what do I like fit the theme of like the aesthetic theme. So like even though it's sort of morbid because she's like dead and arguably with the atmosphere and the art and everything, she probably died a horrible death. But still like a cute anime girl, so it works. And she also is a tuner, so she lets you go into synchro plays, which is good for me because I don't really have a lot of decent extra deck cards. I mean, like on the Xyz front or whatever in that aspect. So she lets me play some cards that I otherwise wouldn't have played. 1 Guardian Yatos because I will push this card to Madolche players like forever, even though it's just like it doesn't have a crazy effect or anything, but you can special summon a 2500 beater for free if your graveyard is empty. She's the one I'm talking about, obviously. Awkward, but the whole point of the Madolche monsters is that they get shuffled into the deck after they're destroyed in any way. So you're always, well, I mean, unless it's like by your own hand, but you're usually going to have an empty graveyard, so this is just like a free special summon, which is nice. If the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits made way, the Rainbow Karibos were cut because they suck, honestly. I mean, yeah, I still don't play, what's it called? I don't play, like, Swift Scarecrow because I hate it. And if you're not going to play Swift Scarecrow, like, there's a reason Rainbow Karibo isn't a staple like Swift Scarecrow and Battle Fader. So I just decided to cut them. They might come back at some point, but stopping one attack just isn't so good. Spell Striker, because it's easy to special summon and help you go into rank 3 plays. And by the same token, I hate that expression. Why did I use it? I'm playing TG Warwolf as another tech. This isn't Psychic Madolche's and it's not TG Madolche's, but I mean, in my testing, I found that these cards work really well as well in the deck. So, you know, just filling up the numbers, I guess. But that was the last monster. It's 18. Moving on to spells and traps. It hasn't changed that much. 2 Chateau and 1 Ticket. I find this is the perfect number. Even though some people will say, like, Ticket is the best thing ever. You need to play more than 1, but I never really need 1, and I can recycle it if I want. Still 3 Duality because you need draw power. Still playing the 1 card of Demise because it actually works really well, and I pray it doesn't get hit. Oh, I'm sorry. I pray it doesn't get hit on the ban list, but I don't know. It seems like it's seeing more and more use these days, even though, like, I think maybe Pot of Desires may have overshadowed it, but you know, the 1 reinforcement of the army because you can search your Spell Striker and then banish this to special summon the Spell Striker. But you can also search for what's it called? The Mess Gelato, but I don't know why you would ever do that. So moving on. Well, I guess why didn't I just do the one-ofs one at a time? I mean, not one at a time, but you know what I mean. 1 Raigeki and 1 Twin Twisters. I cut the trap stuns because not everyone plays traps. I still side them, and I know like they've been around for a while and Madolche is a staple, but I'm finding more and more that people don't play traps anymore, so I don't really need them. But at the same time, I want to be able to destroy back row, so you know I like the 1 Twin Twisters. I don't really feel like I need any more than that because I don't really like discarding in Madolche, and you know Raigeki is self-explanatory. Book of Moon. This I don't play Compulse anymore because I realized it wasn't so great in today's game. Sending a monster back to the hand, usually you don't send the monster back to the hand. It goes back to the extra deck and then they just special summon it immediately. Or if you do send it back to the hand, they special summon it back immediately. So at least if I can like flip it face down, I can maybe find a way to send it to the graveyard instead. So there's that. And also, I mean, Book of Moon, I still really like this card. I've always liked it. It's still like a good offensive and defensive card, so yeah, that's it for the spells. Traps. 1 Palooza, because I'm probably always going to play 1 Palooza in Madolche. It's just, like, if you find yourself in a situation where you can special summon a bunch of monsters, it's like a soul charge scenario without the life points, or the graveyard. But anyway, moving on. 3 Solemn Strike. Yeah, that's right. Go Megatins. Oh yeah, and 1 warning. Yeah, 3 Solemn Strike secret rares, and then a common Solemn Warning. Oh, I am criminal. But yeah, I mean, I have the space, so these are like pretty much, this brigade, everyone calls it that, but it's pretty much like the best traps in the game right now. I'm sort of, I don't know how I feel like, when I pulled the 1 strike, the first strike out of my tins, I was like, sweet a strike. And then the other one, I got 2 strikes and 1 tin, and I was like, oh, I would have preferred a Cyber Dragon Infinity, because in the back of my mind, I think this card is going to get limited, or I don't think it's going to get banned, but I think it's going to get limited at least on the next list. And so I would have preferred that secret rare slot to be taken up by something that I could actually play in the long term. So, but as of right now, I can play 3 strikes and a warning, so that's what I'm going to do. Still playing 3 Mirror Force, because I absolutely love a deck that would allow me to play 3 Mirror Force. I don't really find it cloggy at all. I mean, if they destroy it, it's kind of meh. But you could play like trainable traps, like I don't know, Wabaku, or like what's the other one? Threatening Roar. Still playing 2-Dimensional Prison because you know it's good still. I don't know, and a Torrential Tribute because destroying. It's all about like interrupting your opponent from attacking you when you don't have like the ridiculous amount of advantage that the deck allows you to have. So onto the extra deck. Still to Queen Tiramisu and Puddingcess. I know there's like that OTK combo, but with like with instant fusion and all that stuff, you can pretty much like make a board and hit for the entirety of your opponent's life points in one turn. But I mean, I still like to play like I don't like those gimmick strategies. I like just running a good all-around deck and playing it. So there's that. So those are the Madolches. 2 Levier, the Sea Dragon. This card is so important. Like, being able to like get back your banished Angeli and then make a rank 4. Even though I still say that. I'm noticing like my finger pointing in on this camera. It's like, oh my god, don't stop doing that. But yeah, I still say like the people that spam like Xyz monsters like crazy with the deck are sort of like I don't like to play it that way. I like to just attack with the regular ones and then only Xyz summon when I absolutely need to. But 2 Levier is pretty important, I think. Ugh, shut up, man. God, so stupid. Okay, anyway, 1 Ghost Trick Alucard because it's still amazing. Busting up that back row. God, I hate back row. Oh, well, I hate monster effects more nowadays. An Acid Golem because, if you think you... Well, I mean, a big body, okay? Attack your opponent. Destroy them. I don't know, I'm sort of crazy right now. Intern Pikachu coming out. Okay. A Downward Magician to overlay over... Not... It's a funny story. When I first started playing this deck, I've always ran these 2 cards. And, don't ignore the fact that Acid Golem prevents you from special summoning, which includes Xyz summoning. So I was like, why can't I overlay my Downward Magician over my Acid Golem? So stupid. Anyway, so yeah, once you're like Levier or whatever, or your Alucard even is useless, get rid of it. I considered playing like Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief as just like a defensive play, but it's sort of a waste of an extra deck slot. 1 number 82 Heartland Draco. Love this card. If you have like Ticket or Chateau in the field, they can't attack it, and you can attack them directly. It's so great. This card is so amazing. I wish, like... I mean, I know people know about this card, but I feel like it needs to be played more. 1 Diamond Direwolf, and 1 Black Chip of Corn. I actually own a Gaga Cowboy, but it's in a tin that I'm not opening, and I can't open it until I win a bet with someone, so... yeah, there's that. So, onto the Synchro aspect, thanks to Ghost Organ Snow Rabbit. I can actually play an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now, trivia, this is Loveless's favorite card. This card is gorgeous. Like, well, I don't know. As soon as I say that, it's like I commit to something and then I like start thinking of reasons why it isn't true. But that's like pretty much the case with someone as crazy as me all the time. But anyway, God, this card. So... you can like switch out field spells and you run 2 so you can gain some life points. You can special summon a level 4, go for another like rank 4 if you need to. I love... I think there was a person at Worlds who said that like any deck that can make or plays Ancient Fairy Dragon is like legit or something, which I was like, God, you're stupid, but at the same time I kind of agree with you. 1 Black Rose Dragon. Feel free to switch this out with Black Rose Moonlight Dragon if you have one, but I do not. So, but I still like Black Rose Dragon, it's fun to just, like, randomly nuke the field. I was about to say board, but I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Slang. 1 Stardust Dragon. Once again, feel free to switch this out for Stardust Spark Dragon, but I still really like the regular vanilla Stardust Dragon. And, like, as a side note, what's with all the, like, crazy different, like, forms of Stardust Dragon that are coming out now? It's insane. And for the final card, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, because this thing is a badass. I know, like, these... like, Signer Dragons don't really fit with the Madolche theme, except for maybe Ancient Fairy Dragon, but, I like playing decks that have cards that I like, and I like every card in this deck, so that makes me happy. It's probably, like, besides, like, Blue Eyes or something, probably, like, my favorite deck. But anyway, yeah, and I love dragons. I'm, like, a dragon whore. But that is all for now. Hope you got something out of this, or that includes enjoyment, I guess, but,